It's Saturday, June 3rd, Saturday morning. Going to take a look at a series of altcoins. This is going to be a really quick rundown of each coin. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on any chart, but let's start off with Ardor. And what I saw, this is only a 1 hour chart, so it's kind of a short time frame from Ardor, but I saw what I thought might be a little cup and handle or maybe a little W, but it broke down. So I had some Ardor down here somewhere, and I sold it for a minimal gain once this broke down. So Ardor right now, even though it's kind of been in an uptrend, I was playing this pattern. It didn't work out, and I'm out for now. Let's take a look at another one. Bitcoin, possible pitchfork, which means we're towards the top of our range right now. I don't have a lot of faith in this pitchfork, but it's just the only thing I could see right now to try to lend some kind of guidance to what's been happening. So we're kind of at this point now where we're going to break through that pitchfork or we're going to start to retrace. So we'll see where we're at. Right now, Bitcoin's 24.22. BitShares. This is a fib that I drew quite some time ago, back when the top level, I think the top was one of these points here. And I walked away from this for a while and hadn't looked at the chart. And when I came back, the fib was still on the chart and had gone all the way up to 227%. And come back down and obeyed all these different fib levels. So it's done pretty well as far as that's gone. I just took my eyes off of it and didn't know what was going on. So right now where it's at is it's bouncing off, where it's testing its Fibonacci here at 3,300. Placing an order here with a stop 3,200, not a whole lot of risk. Maybe like below those wicks, 3,100. That might be a decent play. I'm not in BitShares right now, but it's now on my radar again after having seen what it's done when I took my eyes off of it for a few weeks. Let's take a look at Clams. So Clams has a couple things going on. It is, and I'm not sure if this was the same time frame I was on, but we'll just use this time frame for easy use. So we had a Kumo twist, lagging span is above price. We had a bullish TK cross back here. Targets would be top of this line here, which it's not too far from. Then maybe this one up here, and then potentially way up here, but we'll see. So short term, I think Clams looks good. I think it looks bullish. It has kind of come off of the bottom after these pretty big tops, and now it's starting another little mini bull trend. So who knows where it'll go, but I think right now Clams looks okay. Let's take a look at Dash. So Dash, I was looking at a different time frame, I believe. Let's try 4 hours. Yeah, so Dash, has been kind of choppy for a while since it had this big peak. It's kind of been in a range. It's punched the lagging span above price a couple times, but it's never confirmed it. And it's in the same situation right now where it's got a Kumo twist, lagging span, it's above price, but it's right in the middle of the range. And, it's got a bullish TK cross in cloud, but I just don't know that it's got the oomph to push above this. So my expectation is Dash is still going to be range bound, but it wouldn't be a bad idea. Actually, I'm going to set that right now. Set an alert line, maybe right about, 6,400, 6,500. Or 64, whatever the number is on Dash at the moment. Just so you know when it's going to happen. I don't really like Dash. I don't want to purchase it, but it's worth watching. So, go ahead and just set a quick alert on that, and done. So that's what I think about Dash. But Dash has a limited amount of time to confirm this time. So, the lagging span is going to cross price again in, let's see what the time frame is. Day and a half. So Dash has maybe a day and a half to confirm whether it's going to confirm this new bullish trend or lagging span is going to hit price and it's just going to chop again. So I would stay out of Dash for now, but I have an alert set. Decred has exploded, which is awesome because I own some. So we had this big long downtrend. We broke that trend, had some crazy price action. Now we firmly established a strong uptrend, broke through cloud. I think we're retracing a little bit. This is a 4 hour time frame. I think on the 1 hour we've retraced but it's gone vertical, so expect that. What is it? Where can it go from here? Well, it's definitely going to hit the Fibonacci here and then we'd have to see if it can get above that. So I might actually sell some if I haven't already. I'm going to go have a look at my bags, but I know that I do own some. So that's Decred right now. Digibyte, yeah, buddy, I own some of this too, so I'm pretty excited. And I just bought this on a whim, like really didn't even look at the chart too much, just like 2 days ago. So right around here somewhere. So it's definitely popped. I've got an alarm set for the drop because, you know, I expect it to retrace. But it's hard to call a top. So what I'm doing is I have an alarm set about 15-20% from the recent local high, and I'll move that up every day or two. Because it could, you know, crash immediately, but it could keep running. So I don't know where that top's going to be. So I'm just kind of trailing stop. I'm doing a trailing stop manually on my charts to try and get as much of the run as I can. So pretty happy about Digibyte. The funny story behind that is I was just irritated. It's every time I would open up, you know, I would take a look at crypto prices. Digibyte was up 20-30%. It seemed like every day. Like, it just was annoying to me that it would just go up, up, up. I never saw it go down. Now, that's not reality, of course. It's just what my experience was. So I went ahead and kind of bought some just out of spite. And then, of course, this is what happened. So very much lucky rather than good. Ethereum Classic. So it had its big uptrend. Now it's back into testing some Fibonacci's. There's some news about Ethereum. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the news, quite honestly. You know, I probably should. But it may be dealing with whatever it's dealing with. It's going to test a Fibonacci. I still own some Ethereum Classic. It's more one of my long-term holds. I'm not really a believer in Ethereum, but I think Classic has an opportunity to close the gap, and that's why I hold Etsy. So I'll skip this one. Factom has a trend line going up here that it's been obeying, so it's bounced off of it a couple times. 4 hour is nearing a bullish TK cross. There's still a little bit of distance between these two prices. It does retrace the last couple bars. It could potentially be forming another Kumo twist. So Factom, as long as it stays above this trend line, is bullish. It's a lot of noise back here. But, you know, if you zoom out, it's been staying above that trend. So let's do a 1 day really quick. And we'll turn the cloud off just to get a cleaner view. So, yeah, I don't know. I own a little bit of Factom. It's obviously a pretty steep climb here. But I like it does something about property or entitlement or something like that. I don't even know, but I like the story enough to be interested in the chart. And for now, the chart's bullish, and I have a little bit in my bag. So that's Factom. Oh boy, folding coin. So let me change the time frame on this. So I got interested in folding coin a couple days ago, and I'm a member of a couple different communities. On one of the communities, I asked about folding coin yesterday about 10:30 p.m. before I went to bed because I was taking a look at possibly buying some. So I went online and I was looking at it and I was tired. So I asked a question and figured I'd wake up in the morning to an answer. And this is the time when I asked, right here where this arrow is. And so then I went to bed and then I woke up and this is what it did. So, you know, sometimes it's better to shoot first and ask questions later. But that's folding coin. Where it goes from here, I don't know. But, you know, that's a nice, I don't know, 100% pop overnight. So I would expect it to retrace and find some kind of consolidation. And then will it keep going from there? I don't know. But, you know, it's going to consolidate, possibly come back down. But it's broke new ground. That's absolutely for sure. Maybe not completely new ground, but that's a substantial move for folding coins. So now it's on my radar. I don't own any at this moment. Lisk, I'm not going to talk about because I don't like it. I'm not going to talk about Litecoin because I don't like it. Sia Coin. I like Sia Coin. So, oh, look, it just broke above its fib on the 1 hour. It had not done that when I woke up this morning and took a look. So that's positive. Now that it's done that, what's possible? Well, you know, hopefully it comes back up and tests its all-time high. And then if it does that, who knows what's possible? You know, 727 sats. Let's see where 1,000 sits. 900, So I don't know. I'm pretty bullish on Sia coin right now. Maybe it's more hopeful than anything, but it broke its fib. I would expect, hopefully, that it tries to cut back to its all-time high, breaks that, and then it's new ground. So pretty happy about Sia coin. Let's hope that that just runs like crazy. I guess I could turn the cloud on just for grins, but something that's this vertical, it's not that. Yeah. Chico lagging spans above price. You know, what you'd expect, right? Bullish TK cross, above cloud, blah, blah, blah. So that's all good. I'm excited about Sia coin. I think that's a good one. All right, let's take a look at what's next. Okay, so storage. I bought this morning based on what I saw. I believe I was looking at 4 hour when I made that purchase. Let's see what we got. Yeah, that's not it. I should probably get better at how I manage my charts. But, okay, so it has entered into the cloud, has bullish TK cross, it's got above cloud. So it's got some fibs to cover, which obviously match the cloud. So middle of the cloud is this fib. But my target's top of this line, top of this cloud line. And then I'm hoping it comes back up to 786 and then, you know, reevaluate and see what it does from there. This is a big wicked wick, so, you know, hard to tell if that's throwing the fibs off much, but the cloud is still pretty legit. So my target's top of the cloud minimum, this line secondary, and then potentially further up. So pretty excited. I bought that this morning based on what I saw. And lagging spans above price, so everything looks good on storage. I like it. And then relative to where it's been, yeah, you know, it's okay. Strat, oh boy. I don't own any strats, so this makes me sad, but obviously you see what's happening here. It hasn't quite slowed down. Let's go to 1 hour. I think it's retraced now a little bit. Yeah, just did a little consolidation, and then it's going back up. So I'm not going to chase this, but man, oh man, this all happened in the last 4 or 5 days. I mean, let's go back to, like, you know, May 27th, which was maybe a week ago. You know, 12, and now it's at 45. So, you know, 4 times, not a bad deal. Unfortunately, I missed that boat, but now it's on my radar. Counterparty, this is a hot mess of a chart. It's just choppy like you wouldn't believe. I am not going to buy Counterparty. I may even take it off my watch list for now. It's just not even worth looking at, in my opinion. Zem. So I was trying to I actually bought some Zem, I don't know, yesterday or something like that. And then I came back and looked at the chart, and I could not figure out what I was thinking because I just didn't see anything that made any sense to why I bought it. So, you know, it's cross bearish, it's in the cloud. Nothing really great about this, in my opinion. So I was like, why did I buy this? I couldn't remember. I didn't take notes. So I looked at it for a little while. And then I saw there possibly a case for this ascending triangle, but it's trying to test it right now. So, and it's a pretty weak triangle, quite honestly. But I ended up just selling all my Zem, and I have an alert on the top line. So if it does break out, I'll come back and look at it. But for right now, I was in, and now I'm out. Monero. Well, Monero broke one of its trend lines. It's testing a fib. If it breaks this fib at 17, then it's clear down to 16, in my opinion. Monero's kind of it's been a coin I've been a fan of, and I'm no longer a fan of it. The things that transpired over last week with consensus and the stunt that Pony pulled, I just can't support it. I mean, I might buy it again in the future, but, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes down to 16 now. There's been a pretty massive amount of damage done to it based on the comments that the fake video that Pony put out. And I'm just not interested in having my money tied up in a coin where somebody, you know, can damage the price because they don't know how to, you know, state an opinion without trolling people into, you know, buying a big spike. This is basically what happened is he released some fake announcement, caused this run up in price. Then the whole thing was a joke. So the price came down, and now this is the damage that's been done. And it's a bummer. It really is. You know, I wish that Monero had a better outcome than that. But for right now, Monero is not on my favorites list. Ripple. So Ripple broke this trend. Had a nice little spike. Now it's maybe doing some consolidation, possibly. I'll have an alert on this second line because I think if it breaks this other trend, then that potentially would be another green light for go. I don't really like Ripple, but you know, it's had a pretty amazing couple of runs, and now it's established some technical history. So we'll have to see if it can break that line, what it'll do. And that brings us to the end. Okay, guys, that's it. You know, leave a comment, subscribe. Let me know if there's a coin you'd like me to cover that I didn't cover, and I'll see if I can add it to the next video. Thanks for watching. Have a great Saturday.